evaluate the quarterback's media game, media day today? You're watching them.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
They came with
Yeah,
the
super, outstanding. Best day yet on media. What else?
What was your reaction to this, Double A's decision on the satellite games?
You know, there's pros and cons both ways. You know, we obviously would go and do them, especially in California, and we're planning on doing some in Texas. And so, you know, I would, the fact that I can't go out and recruit, it was nice to be able to get out and be able to, evaluate and see some kids. But hopefully they'll do something to replace that, because you want kids to get out. I wish they'd do a combine, kind of like an NFL combine, and have different people where we could go and evaluate kids. I mean, I think that's, you don't want kids to miss opportunities because of that. But on the same hand, it's also very, very expensive and costly to do. And so there were pros and cons for us on both sides, but that's the rule. We'll go by it.
You were helmets only today. Are you trying to just make sure you keep everybody healthy at this stage of?
No, we have to. That's the NCAA rule. You have to have 3 helmet days, and so we do. The first 2 days are required to go up front, and then we like to do this before we'll go pretty hard on Wednesday. So we wanted, today was all situational day. Last play of the game. 8 seconds. Got to get in field goal range plays. 15 seconds, got to trying to get the ball in the middle of the field for the field goal, stuff like that. We got a lot of situational stuff and a lot of third down work today. So in your 15 practices, you got to have 3 of them in helmets, and so we put 2 of them up front where they have to be, and then 1 of them towards the end when we want to rest them just a little bit, get ready for a Wednesday. Will be a big, heavy day for us.
Since you're right a couple days, nothing on defense, how is it look?
Good. He's done really well. He went a lot more, obviously offensively today, but very talented, very natural, and like what I see there. So we'll see how that progresses. So kind of my vision for that is that if he could do it, at the least be able to help us on third down would be great. But he looks pretty good, really good.
And Tayshawn's always the last guy to come back when he stays after practice. When do you get a feel for a player? You can watch on film when you're recruiting them and see what they can do on the field. When do you get a feel for their work ethic and drive?
Yeah, well, when I met him, you can meet Tayshawn's family, and see just tremendous work ethic, and just one of my favorite families I've gotten to go in the home and visit, and he's done that day one, and he's just one of those special guys that it means a lot to him, and he's going to do whatever it takes, and he's a lot of times the only guy doing that, and we got a lot of guys obviously stay extra a little bit, but he's a guy that's consistent with it, and I think a guy that epitomizes what I think a leader is. But Tayshawn doesn't say much at all. Matter of fact, doesn't say anything. When he does, I think people listen. He's a very experienced player, and I think if there was one guy on our team that I would say that guy's a leader, it's him, because you lead by your actions, and that's what he's all about. And that's not something he does for the attention or anything. He does it every day. Always has.
Coach, how do you think TJ Rushing has added to your staff so far?
Who?
TJ Rushing.
TJ's good. He's awesome. He's got the probably the worst job on the staff, having to deal with me. But no, he's really doing it too. I mean, Coach Patterson's running the defense, and TJ's running the secondary. Jared Holly's doing a great job with him, and it's nice to have Conrad, Coach Hamilton, joining us. He's obviously not coaching, but he's doing a lot of support stuff there for TJ. And then, but TJ's done great. Brought some expertise, and some technique stuff, and teach. I love learning, and like to see how different people do it, and I think he was a part of a really good group there. Obviously, Coach Aquina is one of the better, I think, defensive back minds that I've been around, and TJ being exposed to that has added some good things to our group. we've got a lot of newcomers there we've got to develop. And our main thing this spring, if you ask me, good question would be, what are you not pleased with? Well, I'm not pleased we're missing too many practices. We got to get people healthy, and especially in the secondary. You know, there's at least 3 guys that are not, that, you know, we project as being, you know, guys that are going to help us in the secondary that we're just not able to practice because of injury or nagging injury and things like that. And so we've had a lot of that. So that's going to be the big thing over the summer and stuff, is really developing that group, and then in the fall camp really staying healthy and getting a cohesiveness back there. So, you know, but TJ's brought a lot. I mean, very smart, high character. The kids, I think, identify, you know, he's done everything they want to do. You know, he's played in Super Bowls and won Super Bowl and made it in the league and been highly successful as a student athlete in this conference. And so but he's not a surprise to me, because he's not like a new coach. He's been with us, and I've known him and his family for a long time, and so he's been a very smooth transition. And so, you know, the guys that haven't been here, it's more of a transition. But this has been pretty smooth. I mean, it's not been not been as much stuff to correct as I thought there would be, because getting everybody on the same page. And I think Coach Lindsay, it's nice to hire a coordinator whenever they come from our coaching tree, because there's all the big rocks are the same, and you just got to and then, you know, however they do the little rocks is whatever. So, all right, anything else?